Appa, welcome to my channel, which is Complemental Economics. This particular video is having a lot of significance because we're going to talk about new question paper pattern for 2nd PUC Economics 2022 Karnataka PU Board. This year also you're going to write question paper for 100 marks. As usual, you have 5 different parts: part A, part B, part C, part D and part E. Part A, it is completely reserved for 1 mark, part B for 2 mark, part C for 4 mark, part D for 6 mark and part E for 5 mark. So let's talk about each particular part and each main, how you're going to answer and how many questions you have. The first of all, let me talk about part A. Part A, as I told you before, completely reserved for 20 marks. So each question carries 1 mark. So in the part A, you have 4 different mains. The first main, let me talk about the first main. The first main completely for multiple choice question. The multiple choice question, it is just like Kaun Banega Crorepati. So in this multiple choice of questions, you will be having 1 question, 4 different options. In that you have to pick which one is right and which one is wrong. You have to pick one particular answer which is right for this. You have 5 questions in it. You have to answer all 5 and each question in it carries 1 mark and complete score will be 5 mark. It is one of the easiest questions, easiest main also, because question and answer both are in the question paper. And the second main. And the second main, it is for fill in the blanks. You have 1 sentence, in that 1 word will be, 1 or 2 word will be blank, which you have to remember and fill it. In this main, you have 8 questions. In 8 questions, you have to answer only 5. So that means you have 3 extra questions in it. Out of 8, you have to answer 5. Each fill in the blanks carries 1 mark each. So that means you're going to score 5 mark. And the third main, in the third main, it is completely reserved for match the following. Just like a first main multiple choice question, in the match the following also, you will be having question and answer both in the question paper. You will be having question for that right answers are there. So you have to choose which one is the right answer. In match the following, you have 5 questions. You have 5, you have only 5 questions and you have to answer all the 5. Each carries 1 mark and the complete marks which you can score by match the following, that is 5 mark. And the last main, that is 1 word, 1 sentence. You can see here 1 word. Otherwise also sometime you have to answer few of the questions in the 1 sentence. In this main, you have 8 questions. Out of 8, you have to answer only 5 questions. Out of 8, you have to answer only 5. That means here also you have 3 extra questions. And each question carries 1 mark and complete score will be 5. Like this, first main carries 5 marks, second main carries 5 marks, third main carries 5 marks and the last main carries 5 marks. Like this, combiningly you're going to score 20 marks out of this. And the second main. The second part, it is part B. The part B, you can score 18 marks. Each question in this particular main, it is for 2 marks. Each question, each answer carries 2 marks in it and you have to answer 9 questions. You will be having 4 questions, 14 questions. So in that, each question, each answer should be answered in 4 sentences. You have 14 questions. In that you have to answer only 9. So that means you have 5 extra question. If you have a 5 extra question, I think it is very easy to leave few of the chapters for the 2 marks preparation. Whichever the chapter you find it's quite difficult to understand, difficult to by heart. So 1 or the 2 chapter you can skip for 2 marks. And the part C, which is the third part of the question paper, it is lengthy answers starts from this particular main. Part C, by writing only Part C, you can score 28 marks. By only attending Part C, you're going to score 28 marks. That means definitely you will be having a lot of choice. So in this one, you have 12 questions. You have 12 questions. Out of 12, you have to answer only 7 questions. Each question you have to answer by 15 sentences, and each answer carries 4 marks. That means whichever the question you're going to answer, so that should be in a 15 sentences, 1.5 page, 2 pages in the main exams, the answer script which you're going to get. In that 4 marks you're going to gain for each question the right answer. And the next main, which is Part D, by writing only Part D, you can score 24 marks. So the number of questions what you're going to get, that is 8. Out of 8 questions, you have to answer only 4. So you have 4 questions to answer. That means you have extra 4 questions. So this is also very helpful to skip a few of the chapters. See, whenever you write any of the exams, more than a hard work, the smart work also very much important. So many people, they are not aware of how blueprint is. If you understand the blueprint properly, it is very easy to understand which are the chapters you can skip and which are the chapters you have to read. So my coming next video, it will be on a blueprint analysis. So definitely if you're going to watch it, you can skip few of the chapters on the basis of how you can prepare yourself. If you want to score 100, do you want to score 70? Are you enough to score, like you just want to pass in the exam? Everybody thinks economics is a difficult subject, which is not actually. If you really go through a proper blueprint and question paper analysis, so it is very easy to score. In this way, when it comes to 6 mark question, if you want to score 24 out of 24, so each question carries 6 mark in this, and each question you have to answer in 20 sentences. That means 2 to 2.5 pages, because economics is one of the humanities subjects. So the explanation, it should be more. So I prefer at least more than 20 sentences you have to answer. So you have 8 questions, you have to answer only 4, and each question carries 6 mark, and you have to answer in 20 sentences. And the next main and the last main, one of the easiest main again. The first main and the last main, it is just like a concluding part and the easiest part to make you feel very happy. The part E, you can score 10 marks. Part E, you can score 10 marks. So that means you have 4 questions. You have to answer only 2 questions. So each answer carry 5 marks in this. Each answer carries 5 marks in it. That means combining 2 questions you're going to answer. If you're going to answer 2 questions, you're going to get 10 marks out of this. So by doing this, by seeing this, what we got to know is the last year question paper and this year question paper, in each main, one and question got increased. In this part, 1 extra question you have, and first main you have extra question, second main you have third main you have extra question, fourth main you have extra question. So each main, the question numbers got increased. So the writing pattern, analyzing part, question numbers, nothing changed. The only one thing is number of choice got increased. Because of this, you can skip a lot of chapters. That's the only one thing. Otherwise, writing part and the question numbers, everything maximum, it is the same. So if you really like my video, please do subscribe and share. Thank you so much.